Assalamu alaikum, dear friends. How are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, look, we people, the humans, and we remain a bit afraid about our future. That something unknown, something unpleasant, difficult might happen. I may come across any situation or any challenge which will be difficult for me to manage. Dear friends and fellows, that is something which spoils our life, which does not allow the peace of mind to be ours. We are unable to experience and enjoy the peace of mind. We are unable to enjoy the happiness in our life. In short, our life does get spoiled. So, dear friends and fellows, I think it is very important to take this issue and to seek a kind of solution which is quite which is quite doable. And since we have made it a topic of our discussion today, we came across certain tips. These tips are quite effective in somehow managing, reducing our worries and making us somewhat stable emotionally. We find ourselves able to enjoy the peace of mind. That is something great indeed. Let's look upon these certain tips, which are actually nine in numbers. We need to understand it, we need to keep this thing in mind, and that is how we will be able to live and we will be able to enjoy the peace of mind. So, dear friends and fellows, let's start looking upon the nine of these tips. First of all, it is learn to let go. Learn to let go. What is this, by the way? We are told to take control. We are told to plan, to prepare for every possible outcome. But not everything is in our control at all. It's not about giving up or being passive. Instead, it's about understanding that there are things beyond our control, and that's quite okay. It's not a problem at all. So, there are things out of our control, and not everything else is in our control at all. So learn to let it go. Learn to accept this extremely important factor. So there are two sides of the thing. One are totally out of our control. One are inside our control. We need to focus. We need to concentrate upon what I can control. Now, the second thing is trust the journey. What is this, by the way? Not ignoring our fears or concerns. It does not mean trusting the journey, does not mean ignoring our fears or concerns. Rather, we need to acknowledge them. But we should refuse to let them dictate our action. On the one hand, we need to acknowledge our fears. We need to acknowledge our fears and concerns, but we shouldn't allow them to control our actions at all. Dear friend, believe in your capabilities to navigate, believe in your capability to navigate whatever comes your way. Find peace in knowing that no matter what happens, you will be okay. No matter what happens, you will be okay. I need to believe in this thing. Now, the third thing is practice mindfulness. What is this, by the way? Live in the present moment. Focus on what's happening right now. Instead of fretting about the future or dwelling on the past, the more comfortable we become with the present moment, the less scary the unknown become. The more comfortable we become with what is happening, what is going on in my life, in your life, the less scary the unknown becomes. That is the third thing. The fourth is develop a positive mindset. We need to develop a positive mindset. What is this, by the way? Our outlook on life plays a significant role in how we handle uncertainty. You know, a negative mindset can make the unknown seem terrifying, but with a positive mindset, it becomes an opportunity for growth and discovery. It does not mean ignoring negative emotions or pretending that everything is perfect. Instead, it's about choosing to focus on the potential good in every situation, because every situation, it contains the good and the bad. Although there are certain challenges, but at the same time every situation contains certain hidden opportunities which we need to identify and explore and avail. Now the fifth is stay flexible. What is this, by the way? Life is unpredictable. Plans change, unexpected events. Plans change, unexpected events occur, and the future remains uncertain. If we remain rigid in our expectations, the changes can lead to significant stress and discomfort. Be open to new possibilities, adopting to changes as they come, and being willing to let go of specific outcomes. Staying flexible does not and shouldn't have goals, does not mean that we shouldn't have goals or plans. It simply means accepting that these may be different ways there may be different ways to achieve these goals, or that your plans might need to change along the way. Stay flexible. Don't be rigid on the specific outcome. Rather, what is needed is that we need to stay flexible, and we should be able to compromise. We need to understand that the compromise might be inevitable. The compromise might be the way to move forward. So stay flexible. Now the sixth is lean on your sportive network. We need to build a sportive network. And how can we do this, by the way? I think that we need to find the genuine connection. So instead of the superficial relationships, put the superficial relationships aside. Okay, maintain contact with them up to an extent, but focus and concentrate upon your genuine connections. How the genuine connections can be established? I think that we can base this relationship on the mutual respect. We can base this relationship on empathy, being a bit sensitive toward other people. And of course, although there are plenty of differences, but we need to find the common ground, and we need to focus and concentrate upon the common ground. That is how we can actually lean on your sportive network. That is the number six. Number seventh is embrace change as constant. Yes, embrace change as constant, because change is invincible. The change is unavoidable. The only thing which is permanent in this world, that is called change. So, my dear friends and fellows, I think that we need to understand this thing. We need to understand this thing. So the impermanence of the thing, nothing is permanent. Whatever was there yesterday is not available today. Whatever is available today, it might not be available tomorrow. The things are changing constantly, and we need to understand this extremely important factor, my dear friends and fellows. That is that is embrace change, and be embrace change open with the open arms. Embrace the change. And now the eighth is cultivate gratitude. Although there are plenty of problems in my life, in your life, in the life of people, although there are things which I desperately need, but I don't have all those. But despite all that, I think that there are plenty of things which are good in my life. Simply I'm taking those things for granted, which is a very bad attitude indeed. I think I shouldn't be taking anything else for granted at all. Rather, what I need to do is that we should be grateful, minimize the criticism, minimize the complaints, and now maximize the gratitude. The gratitude about the things which I am possessing, which I am availing. Even the trivial things should not be ignored at all, should not be ignored at all. Why? Because if at all we base our happiness on the bigger items, the bigger changes, the bigger improvement, it happens rarely. So we will not be able to find the happiness. So if we do want to find the peace of mind, if we do want to face the, we do want to have the player happiness, so it means that we need to become grateful. We need to become grateful even for the trivial things which I am using, which I am possessing. The ninth and the last is, dear friends and fellows, that the ninth and the last is, we need to navigate the life, in such a way that I shall be navigating the unknown, navigating the unknown. So I think unknown will be there. I should believe that there were things in my life, in the troubles in my life, I successfully faced, and there were certain other where I compromised, I accepted that. So in the same manner, as for my present, my future is concerned, there will be of course certain things which will be displeasing, which will be slightly challenging or even more challenging. So my dear friends and fellows, I believe that I shall be able to navigate those, I shall be able to face, I shall be able to successfully handle, and I shall be able to accept certain others which I am unable to accept, unable to handle successfully at the moment. So these are the nine things which are very, very important. As far the unknown is concerned, we should not be ignoring it at all. The nine things will be of a greater help to each one of us. We need to understand it. That's all from me at the moment. Thank you very much.